Alright, let's talk about...
lesbians and sexuality.
My name is not Sven, it is Martin, yeah.
Alright guys, for this week's video we're not gonna talk about Swedish words per se, we're gonna talk about Swedish culture, and by Swedish culture I mean...
Swedish sexuality.
Swedish sexuality, and as you can see the name of the video is How to Date a Swedish Girl If You Are a Girl. And therefore we have a very good example of this, which is Linnéa papperzize, who also makes videos in English.
Hey, check me out.
Check her out.
I swear a lot.
She swears a lot. She swears a lot and she's pretty and she's cool.
Aw, thank you.
Oh. Okay, you like girls.
I do like girls.
I do too.
Hey, something in common. That's all we need to know, basically. End of the video.
So when did you realize that you like girls?
I didn't really realize it, but I gave one of my friends a peck, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do this again. And then I was so afraid of myself, because being a lesbian is bad. It's really fucking bad, okay? So I sort of just kept it inside of me until like when I was 15 or something, when I met a guy with girl genitalia, and I met him. And then we kissed, and I was like, well, not technically he's a girl, but he has a girl genitalia and a girl body. So, and it didn't feel wrong in any way. So, somewhere around there I was like, yeah, maybe bisexual, maybe pansexual. I don't really know.
There's a lot of ways to be.
There's a lot of ways to be. So, somewhere around there, because I got my first kiss/peck from a girl. So, I don't really know. I think I'm very open, or sort of like fluently.
And how have, because this was 3 years ago?
When I
15?
kissed the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was yeah, so ish 3 years ago, yeah.
And what has happened since?
What? A lot of things have
happened.
After this guy, I got like a real boyfriend, and then we were together for like half a year. And then it took half a year, and then I had sex with a girl, and I met another girl in Amsterdam, and then like a month later I met my beautiful girlfriend, which I am together with now.
One of the questions I got when I told people I was doing a video like this was like, how do girls have sex?
Okay, I'm going to say this. Imagine having sex with your wife, but without a dick. That's basically it.
Okay, follow-up question. How does it differ from what you see in adult films? Where it's...
Keep your nails short. If you want to spot a lesbian, then go, look for the nails.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you look at my nails...
Yeah,
they're short.
Right.
Yeah, well, they're a bit long now, but you keep them trimmed, because if you have long nails and try to have sex with a girl, she's going to run away. Because it's going to hurt as fuck. Like imagining getting a blowjob while the girl or guy uses his or her teeth.
Yeah.
It's about the same thing.
Alright, well, that's not a good feeling.
Nah, that hurts. Well, I think, I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, it hurts a lot.
So if you want to spot a lesbian, then look for the nails. And if she isn't lesbian and has long nails, then she's single.
Okay.
And is planning to be for a while.
Cause I mean, when I'm a few years older than you. I'm actually twice your age.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Same, but...
we used to talk about, you know, there were like signals like the earring.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Because I mean, when I grew up, maybe you suspected that someone might be, but it was more like on a gossip level than anything else. But nowadays in Sweden, people are quite open.
Yeah, we are quite open. I am very open with my sexuality, because me and my girlfriend are in the same class in the same school, and it wouldn't work out if we were supposed to keep it a secret. And I'm not a very secretive words.
Secretive person.
Secretive person.
Secrete something.
Something with secrets. I'm not that kind of person, so it wouldn't work out for me in any way. So if we're going to go for the very like typical lesbian girl, you would probably point at me, because I like, if we're going for the very typical and all of that shit, I'm quite butch. I don't like dresses or skirts. High heels is my enemy. I have one pair of high heels over there, and I haven't touched them in like 2 years. I love flannels. I have a side cut, and I don't have boobs. So there you have the typical lesbian.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
But
if we're going by looking at the style.
right. So, I'm thinking because I obviously I know like Sex and the City. I know a lesbian couple. No, I know several actually. In all different formations and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things that people tell me about them is that you know when you look at especially at a lesbian couple, there's always like the guy and the girl.
Yeah,
and I know you have feelings about that, but
it's a bit like not really true. But because I'm together with a girl because I want to be together with a girl.
Right.
Yeah, because if I wanted a guy, then I would obviously go for the guy. I mean, sure, I don't really fall in love with gender, but my girlfriend is really good. Because like the best thing about being together with a girl, and I think you can relate to this, is that girls are so soft. We are very soft, and it's nice to hug each other. Like
true.
Girl and girl hugs are fantastic.
I have a few guy friends who are pretty good at hugging.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gay, but
I'm not excluding you. Okay, I'm not excluding you. Because if you would look at my girlfriend, you would probably not realize that she's actually together with a girl as well, because she's very girly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she likes pink skirts and with pink this and pink that, and.
But if you don't like that, why do you like her?
Because I'm not going for her style.
Oh.
I'm going for her personality.
Good answer.
It's not like I hate it. I just don't like it on myself because I feel I feel disgusting with wearing it. But she is looking gorgeous in it, so I'm gonna let her wear that, and I'm gonna go for.
But I mean, I guess that's similar with me. I mean,
You wouldn't wear a dress.
No, I mean, Eurovision is an exception. But that is very true.
Yeah.
So how would you think? I mean, Sweden, we're quite progressed when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Not as much as Copenhagen, but we're getting there.
We're getting there.
But I mean, what kind of reactions have you gotten when you've been abroad?
Oh, abroad.
Obviously, you bring your sexuality with you.
I actually haven't noticed anything except for when I was in Amsterdam, because then I started making out with the girl because I managed to get into a gay bar without my parents' knowledge, so they're not watching this. So I managed to get in, and well, it was quite mixed emotions with that, really, because the girl that I met, she was drunk, so I don't think she really thought about it that much. But the only reaction, since we walked through red light, and
it's a district.
It's a district.
It's a window shopping district.
Yeah, only for window shopping. Don't touch, don't pay.
Don't film.
Very true, but there were guys who were yelling at me like, "Oh, this is for girls too. Come on here." I'm like, "No, thank you very much. I'm good." I've actually noticed this more when I'm actually walking downtown.
Okay.
Especially with my girlfriend, because people have come up to us and said, "Hey, can I have a threesome with you?" Or, "Hey, can
a girl or a boy?
A boy."
Well, they've been watching those adult films where where they think that's the reality.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't.
All girls are bisexual. I've seen that on film.
Well, so I am bisexual and she is as well. And well, what happened really was that a guy come at me and said, "Hey, are you lesbians?" And we said no, since we're not. And he was like, "Okay, so you're bisexuals?" "Yeah." "Okay.
Aren't we all?"
"Would you like a threesome with me?" "No," because he seemed to be quite high.
High as in?
High as in high.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, high as in he's not like
not
Amsterdam.
Tall.
Not tall. It was high. And we said no, thank you, and then we walked away. And like a couple of days later, another guy came from to us and said, "Hey, would you like to hear my life story?" And we were like, "Not really, but okay, sure."
Okay.
Give us the short version, okay? And then he told us his life story and about how he got into jail and how he missed girls and all of that jazz. And then we're like, yeah, and you're lesbians, aren't you? And we said yes because we didn't want to be invited to a threesome again.
Right.
And he then asked, can I watch? It's like, to be honest, you're like 52 or something.
But isn't there like a view from the norm, the ones who think that the opposite sex is the only proper sex to have sex with?
Yeah.
Lots of sex in that sentence. Well, non-straight people are more open to stuff like that.
I would never.
No, but do you agree with that people have that view?
Yeah, sorta.
It's almost like you're
It's
not
like,
straight because you're experimenting and thereby.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, like elderly people still sort of thinks that I'm going through a phase, and I understand what they're meaning.
It's
but
called my life.
My whole life is a phase.
Face. My life is a face. Alright, yeah, okay.
On Facebook. Yeah, but like I get what they mean, but I don't agree. It's like I hear you, but I'm not listening.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because then it's sort of like the same thing as me telling you, hey, you and your wife, it's just a phase. You'll come out of it quite fine.
Until death do us part.
Then you'll come out of it.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
I mean, hopefully, but until, not hopefully. Damn it.
Speaking, yeah, good. Wow.
But how? I mean, so have the reactions changed? I mean, it's only been a few years, but
it's only been a few years. Yeah. My parents were kind of cool with it. Overall.
Did they know, or I mean?
They didn't know really. I mean, maybe they were like, yeah, she's kind of open with everything, so who cares? And most of my relatives are quite the same. I mean, if we're going to go with the typical lesbian shit again, then my mother actually had to convince me that a dress is just a very long t-shirt to be able to persuade me to actually wearing one. It doesn't mean anything, but she was not really surprised when it comes to that. She was like, yeah, well, she doesn't like girly things, so maybe she likes girls anyways. I mean, she has to like something with girls.
Right.
Yeah.
So He-Man or Barbie?
I'm gonna go with a He-Man.
That's what we played with when we were kids. He-Man.
I were very diverse kids when it came to toys and stuff. I loved My Little Pony, but I also loved like being in the woods with sticks and stones and throwing things.
So what kind of negative reactions have you gotten from people? I mean, in your own age.
In my own age, well, since I'm a girl, I haven't really experienced a lot of bad reactions. Since I'm a girl, that's a big important thing, because girl and girl are cool, but guy and guy not too cool.
Because it's been on film.
Exactly, it's been on film.
Yeah, threesomes are,
Yeah.
It normally doesn't end up with two guys.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because adult filming and adult films are mostly for, to be honest, guys.
Straight guys.
Straight guys, sorry,
Right.
Straight guys. Because if you have ever seen an adult film, you're going to see if the girl is a lesbian or if she's not. If she's a straight actor. I'm gonna go for the
Please
again.
tell us more.
Look for the nails.
Look for the nail. All right.
You're never going to see a real lesbian actually having like.
So is a paper cut a turn off?
Yeah. It is. Like, you will never see a lesbian with fake nails. Never in your entire life.
Okay.
If she's not going for prom, and if she's wearing fake nails, they're going to be short.
Okay. So, to be able to nail a lesbian, you have to have short nails.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was interesting.
Now you know.
Oh.
And that's for guys as well. cut your fucking nails. Because it hurts. It hurts a lot.
What is it in Swedish popular culture that has allowed, sorry, not allowed, but that has made possible for teens and, well, anyone to actually come out?
I'm gonna go with the internet, actually. Because since the internet is very open and you can sort of pick and choose which part of it you want to see, then I believe that if we're going with big YouTubers, then we're going to see a lot of people who speak freely about this. And I mean, it's going, like, the more you speak about it and the more you talk about it and the more you acknowledge it, more people are going to accept it as well. Because I think that's what sort of happened to me, because since I was afraid of, well, admitting that I actually kind of liked girls as well, then seeing people on the internet being gay and stuff like that, it sort of just opened it up for me and like, okay, it's not a big deal, really. It's just, I'm in love with this person. If we're just going to see people as people, then a person being in love with another person is not that weird, in all honesty. So I'd say that the internet is a big influence on this.
And Glee.
And Glee.
And Jonas Gardell. And
Dan and Phil.
and Dan and Phil. Tyler Oakley. What are the Swedish words for being a girl and liking girls?
We have flata.
And what would that translate to?
If we're going to be loose translation, it would be lesbian, but I believe there's another word for it. Like, it's sort of queer, I'd say. Not really, but in that direction.
I'm not gonna say I've always thought, but you know, since I love playing with words and you know where words come from, because I mean, the palm of your hand is hand. So I'm wondering if it.
That's actually really clever. I haven't thought of that.
We're back with the nails again. Okay,
We're
so
back with the nails.
So there's there, and then there's lesbian.
Yeah, which is actually quite fun because we shorten it out to leb. Leb, which. Have you heard the word lebbit?
Yes.
Which is scary.
Scary. It's
or very lesbian.
Well, I mean, lebbit, but that also comes from läskigt.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is scary. So.
Yeah, because I usually joke around with my girlfriend saying, "Oh, you're so lebbig."
Are there?
You're such a lesbian.
What are the negative? Because I mean, gay men have a few negative. What
I'd say that flata is a negative word. Yeah, it's a negative word. Leb as well, actually, because I don't really think that there's a good Swedish word for being a lesbian.
Like a positive.
I haven't figured out a positive word for it. So which actually sucks. So like, if you ever hear someone say flata or leb, it sounds kind of bad with a negative tone on it.
So what do you say? Do you just say?
I like girls.
I like girls.
I like girls.
Now let's go to the woods and chop some tree.
I like girls like I like my steak bloody. Yeah.
Well, then you would have to use your nails.
Or just wait for the right time.
Yeah, or be first on location.
When it comes to guys, I think they have more negative words.
Yeah.
But I when it comes to guys as well, I can't really find a positive one.
I mean, you have the kind of the homosexual standard.
Yeah, but that sounds so clinic.
Yeah.
Saying, "Hey, I'm a homosexual."
But when they have their galas, they say homo.
Yeah, but that can also be you can also say that with a negative tone.
Because I mean, in English, you have words like
faggot.
Girls, you have dyke.
I actually like the word dyke, so if someone would ever call me dyke, I wouldn't mind.
I think
it sounds kind of cool. Dyke. That's like a bike.
I wonder if the lesbian girls with the fluffy pink dresses would agree.
Like, I can joke around with that I have small boobs, but if someone would come up to me and say, "Hey, your boobs suck," then I would feel kind of bad about it.
Those are two different things. Small boobs and the boob sucks. Very
okay,
different.
your small tits suck.
Your small tits are not weighing up to my expectations. Boo! How can I do to help you? Oh, strange man.
When they get a plastic surgery. There we go.
Okay, so Sweden is quite progressed, but we're talking, big cities and like smaller and smaller cities.
Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a huge difference, I would say. I mean, with the bigger cities, it's more accepted. The same thing goes with racism as well. It's it goes hand in hand. If you're in a very non-racial, not non-racial, but non-racist community or society, is most likely to be very non-homophobic as well.
Right.
I'm going back to the city where I grew up in, where it was, most of the people who are actually living there are partly racist or just mildly racist. And they're as well kind of homophobic. So I'd say that goes quite kind of hand in hand.
Because one thing when it comes to the US is that anti everything that isn't man-woman is often, in many cases, closed
To religion.
To religion, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is not the case in Sweden.
No, because we are a lot of non-believers, really.
We've had freedom of religion since like the 50s and separation of church and state since 16 years back.
Yeah. I'd say that it goes to, it's unnatural, more like. Because a girl and a girl can't produce babies, and a guy can't produce babies either, so it's just useless shit. And I'd say that argument that we can't produce babies is actually kind of bad since the world is overpopulated. So
and also we have Copenhagen.
Yeah, well, we have Copenhagen. So I'm going to go with that, and that it's unmanly to be together with a guy, which I don't really understand. Shouldn't you be more manly if you're together with a guy?
It couldn't be more manly.
Yeah, exactly. And you're
Let's have a sword fight.
And you're unwomanly if you're together with a girl. You're not up to my standard, you fucker.
But why do you think people have so much against it? Because I mean, if stereotypically all gay men are beautiful, so naturally, technically, all the straight men would think, all right, good, two more less handsome men to compete with for the girls who have sex with each other with short nails.
Well, the stereotypical thing about girls is that you're becoming a lesbian if you're too ugly to get a guy. Like, you're too pretty to be a lesbian. Haven't you heard that?
I've heard you're too ugly to be gay.
Okay, so there's a different side of it. Because, like, if you're saying that someone's lesbian, I'm going to be honest with myself as well here. If someone says that this girl is lesbian, you have no idea what she looks like. My mind's just straight up. She has armpit hair, she has short hair, she has rough hands and broad shoulders, and always wearing short nails and wearing flannels, and goes to the gym just to do like arm stuff. Only bicep. That's the stereotypical way to think of it, I'd say.
And also, why can't you get a boyfriend? Are you gay? Shut up, Kyle!
Sometimes you know nothing about me.
Sometimes I get into Cartman mode. It's okay. So Sweden is, more progressed than most other places.
Yeah.
What can Swedes do to affect the rest of the world?
Let people fuck, basically.
That could also be the title of this video.
Let people fuck. Yeah. In all honesty, I don't give a fucking fuck about who you fuck. That should only be of your concern.
As long as it's not your girlfriend.
Exactly. As long as it's not my girlfriend, you don't fucking touch her. Yeah. Because I can't really see how it's anyone else's business who I like to fuck and who I want to fuck me. Because why should anyone else care, really?
Well, not to go too deep into social science, but in Sweden we sort of live by we're a community.
We live vicariously for others.
Yeah, because in the States, for example, it's the American dream. I will make it. I will step on other people to make it. But in Sweden, everybody, we're gonna make it together. So we're more tied to each other that way.
Together.
The law of Jante, that shit.
Yeah, that shit.
cannot be better than anyone else.
Oh, you're
or worse.
You can be better, but you're not going to brag about it or just not indicate it in any other way.
It's not cool.
It's not cool to be better. Well, it's amazing if you are. Just don't brag about it.
Right.
You have to be very self-conscious about that.
You think you're better than me? Well, you're not. Because we're all same.
I say, hold hands and, just see which hand fits you the most. Or the best. That's kind of a cute way to say it. Or in other words, fuck how many people you like and then fuck the one you like.
Just be careful.
Just be careful. No rape.
And do it with consent, exactly.
Yeah. No rape, no animals, and no dead bodies. There you go.
No family.
No family.
Alright, any final thoughts?
I'm quite good. Thank you very much. Any final thoughts? Any final questions? Or?
I learned a lot about nails. Which I think would have been something I would have learned from doing a video with a gay man. Jimmy, what are we going to talk about? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this way through. This girl here is Linnéa, papperzize. I will link her in the description. She's lovely and she makes videos in English. And I'm glad I finally got to sit on the bed and talk about
Not in the
all
bed.
the important stuff.
All the important lesbian stuff and gay stuff and all stuff.
Yay, Eurovision!